Narcissists sometimes hide their true emotions, thoughts, and intentions to get what they want, while at other times they display them very openly. They are often master manipulators who hide their low self-esteem behind a facade of arrogance. Encountering narcissists in various aspects of life, such as in the workplace, friendships, or romantic relationships, is always possible. You may come to realize how predictable narcissists' actions and timing can be. You may understand that it's never about you, but always about them and their fantasies, lies, and hidden self-hatred. This knowledge can empower you with the strength and confidence to make a plan to leave, break free, or detach. However, gaining insight into the experiences of other victims will broaden your horizon. Today, we will discuss two categories of behaviors in our series of real-life examples of weird and unusual narcissistic behaviors, compiled from the experiences of victims. This video will be the first in our series. Let's start with the first category. Narcissists rarely address you by your name. Instead, they often use a nickname that may seem funny or cute on the surface, but carries a subtle insult. Here are some examples.
My narcissist never calls me by my name. He says woman, old lady, or mom, even though our youngest child is 30 years old. Calling me mom is a bit unsettling, and he knows it, especially since his own mother is a narcissist and doesn't like me.
I've always wondered about the name issue too. She never calls me by any name. At least she never uses my real name. It's so strange that when I talk to an old friend and they address me by my name, it feels really weird to me. I've been so conditioned that my friend's normal behavior seems abnormal to me.
So true about the name. Maybe 10 times in 27 years did he use my name, until I called him on his nonsense and asked for a divorce. Since then, he has always used my name, even started using it excessively. It's like he's trying to call me back from the dead. I was a nameless entity until the end. In his phone, I was home, the function I served, not the person I am.
The possible answer to the name puzzle may be that, to narcissists, we are merely objects, so they don't place enough importance on remembering the names our parents gave us. Instead, they tend to address us with terms like sweetheart, darling, or babe. All of these nicknames covering their harem of the moment, and note they are not big on acceptable social behaviors, more the bogan style.
My mispronounced my name, called me July as opposed to Julia. The most unpleasant thing he did, which he thought was really funny and would make me laugh, would be at a business function, our own business by the way, to hold up a pack of CSI dads and say, here's a gift for July, her favorite show, cancel sex instantly, and then laugh at his brilliant joke, this in front of all our employees.
I agree with all of the above. One thing my wife does is that she never uses my name in public. When she talks about me to other people, she always says, my husband. Most of her acquaintances probably don't even know my name.
Same. Mine called me mama or old lady. I'm 38. He never called me by my actual name. It was really embarrassing, a grown man calling me mama just because I'm a mom. After many years I realized he was basically using it as an insult, like that's all I am. We are so glad to be rid of that monster.
Now, let's move on to the second category of examples. Normally, what is expected from bosses and managers is for them to be competent, knowledgeable, hardworking, respectful, energetic, cooperative, and individuals whom you would readily accept working with again without hesitation. The most common two characteristics you will see in such managers are having high standards and always being a mentor to you. As a result, even if they themselves don't desire it, you value them greatly and elevate them because they unquestionably deserve it. This aspect indeed fascinates narcissists greatly. They believe that by achieving this position through certain actions, they will be highly valued. That's why we see many narcissists in managerial positions nowadays. Now, let's move on to examples of narcissistic employers and managers.
That's a very tough situation to be in, and I've unfortunately had such experience. This was the only job that brought me to tears, and even though this happened almost 20 years ago, I remember the issues I had as follows. There is no pleasing them. You will do everything they ask and more, and it still won't be enough. They will discipline you for things you haven't done. They will make stuff up and get their flying monkeys to back them up. They are great actors. When the bigger boss is around, they will show you such care and concern. This will be an attempt at making issues look like your fault when the truth is the opposite. They are dictators. They do not listen to reason. They expect compliance from you at all costs. They do not care if you have a more efficient way to do something. They are punitive by nature. They enjoy punishing you and find creative ways to get this done. They relish the power they have over you. They also don't reward you for the good stuff you've done. They are extremely sensitive and moody. You have to be careful with the words you use. Anything can trigger them to your detriment. This was the only job I've ever been fired from. I'd strongly suggest anyone find another job if this situation should occur. Fortunately, there are labor laws and organizations to help with these issues, but these individuals are crafty and can find their way around such obstacles.
I'm a teacher, and I was temporarily assigned to another school. Over the years, I've had the chance to work with various principals. Some of them were very disciplined, but there was something different about the principal at this school. His main expectation from teachers was complete obedience. He would enter the classrooms during lessons to say something to the students about unnecessary and trivial matters and then leave. During lessons, he would listen to the classroom and the teacher's conversations from outside and then try to devalue the teacher by claiming that a parent had come and said this and that. Despite being a school with few teachers, all the teachers were generally restless and constantly anxious about the possibility of making any mistake. He would start messages to the teachers with grandiose phrases like "inform me" or "as deemed necessary by me." Normally, in such a small school, teachers would be expected to feel like they're in a family environment. He would constantly engage in strange behaviors to ensure that all attention was on him. The most unusual one for me was on International Women's Day on March 8th. Female teachers were having a celebration in the teachers' lounge. At that moment, one of them said, "Hey, guys, turn around, I'm taking a selfie." And the principal from the other end said, "Let me take it, I take great selfies." I remember myself saying, "Mr. Principal, today is March 8th, please." He paused for a moment and said, "You're right," then returned to his place. After this incident, I saw the selfies he had shared before, and without exception, more than half of each photo was occupied by himself, and in all of them, there were others in the background. The last point is when I pointed out these abnormalities to other teachers, their responses were dismissive, saying things like, "It's nothing, it used to be much worse in the past," and the teachers seemed to have accepted this situation.
More examples of narcissists' strange and unusual behaviors could certainly be provided. Therefore, we plan new videos on this topic. If you also have experiences to share regarding narcissists' weird behaviors, please share them in the comments section to help other viewers. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.